Welcome to my show, Trendsetters. Well, again, something interesting I have bought for you. Artificial intelligence. Like, it's been trending topic, viral topic. Well, you can use it for marketing also. You can use it for other various things. But there is a creator again who's going to help you out. And you will say thanks for this interview, I know, because there are so many people who want to do marketing, but how to go about it. He has actually used the right way. How he has used, what is his journey, what he's facing the problem, and come up with this product. Well, he's in T-Hub, and let me welcome you, sir. I mean, thank you so much for giving your time. So I just want you to, if you give a small intro about yourself, about your background, and just we can brief it. We will just get to know about you, no?
For sure.
Yeah.
Thanks, Neha. Thanks for inviting me into this. I really enjoyed a couple of your podcasts.
Okay, thank you.
I really loved them. A quick introduction about me. So my name is Kiran Babu. So I was born and brought up in Andhra Pradesh, a city called Kurnool, which is our first capital of Andhra Pradesh.
Okay.
Studied in Kurnool, did my bachelor's of computer science there. Then came to Hyderabad to write my CAT entrance examination.
Okay.
So didn't do that well. So attempted multiple times, didn't get. So I had to came into a job. So worked in call center for like 4-5 years. Then Google office started. So I was in the first set of batch of people.
Okay, when the Google started, you were the first batch?
In the first batch.
Okay.
So like,
in Hyderabad when the Google
in Hyderabad.
Okay.
In Hyderabad. So like what, 79th or 80th employee kind of a thing.
Okay.
It didn't have a campus. So we were somewhere else.
Great.
So from there, stuck up, was there in operations, did a lot of work in operations, trying to help customers kind of a thing. Then I moved to Mountain View, our head office, Google head office. So was working on product management and strategy and operations kind of a thing. Led good amount of operations aspects of multiple products that you're using currently.
Yeah.
Had a very good exposure and experience when you start working with a company like Google. Wherever you go.
And was it always a dream?
Absolutely, absolutely. No doubts about it. No
that
doubts
time, you know, there was a pressure. Oh, my boy or my family person is working in a Google, Microsoft, status symbol.
Yeah, it is. You should talk to
and girls also look for that
absolutely.
also.
And you should talk to my mom.
Yeah. Oh, my son is working in this,
but once you get exposed to that level of talent and see that level of innovation, that bug gets into you. That hey, can I create something on my? It was there with me before also, before I went from here. But there it kind of accelerated because you see things moving much faster. Technology was moving, internet was moving, mobile was moving. This was like 20 years back. Right?
There was just a baby
getting
to deliver.
Exactly. And luckily I was also growing well. And then the bug came, hey, we need to start something. So options were, do I start something in US or should I come back to India and do it? Of course, coming back.
How long you been in US?
9 years.
9 years, and you were working there in Google company.
Yes, in Google company.
Earning good money, right?
Oh yeah.
When it comes,
absolutely.
you know.
Hey, yeah. When
good
you work for that amount
package,
of time.
comfortable life,
Correct.
you know, that
Good.
always people dream of.
Hey, that's the top world's first company, world's best company to work for, right? And there's a reason why it is world's best. They take care of you well. They give you opportunities.
Yeah.
And of course, they pay you well also.
Yeah. So 9 years you were in US.
Yes.
Okay.
Worked there, and then came back.
But why came back? What was the turning point?
Two things. It sounds, people will not understand, but there is certain emotional aspect also when you're starting a company. That is your baby. So you want to ensure that you're doing it in a right place for a right particular reasons because you are earning good amount of money. It's like it's a huge risk that you're taking when you're coming out, and that risk should have that much of a reward, not just on a monetary point, but also from an impact point of view. That was one reason. Okay. There, I would be like a very small fish in a very big pond.
Okay.
Now, when you come here, you're a big fish in a small pond.
Okay.
If you choose the industry, whatever industry
Good
choose,
one.
right? So that's where it all came back, and luckily, at that time, this is what I was telling my ex-boss when I was leaving Google. Like, hey, I'm still young. I don't have health issues. My parents are healthy.
And getting good money.
I don't have any bank loans. I'm not married yet. So all these things worked out for me. If I don't do it now, any of these one variables get wonky here and there. You can't make that choice.
True.
And I would regret. So then took the leap, came out, and then of course India is India. The realities are very different here versus when you're sitting there and seeing a country and trying to do something versus you're coming here. It's a different story altogether. Started my first edtech company, so went into competitive exams. So I was we're trying to build an analytical platform that helps JEE aspirants and NEET aspirants to really understand the performance. did good, but couldn't do great because it was all a founder-led sale. So we did a great product. Of course, when you work for a company like Google, you know how to build a product.
Yes.
It's not that difficult. But what I did not realize is, hey, building is not the only thing. There's a selling as a separate thing, which I couldn't crack that much. So whatever I could sell, I could get the money.
So from there you got this point that selling and branding is more
That-
promotion part.
That's why I'm teasing it out to my current
हाँ,
company.
the graph promotion.
Right?
हल्ला
So,
ज़्यादा करना ज़रूरी है.
वो भी ज़रूरत है ना, because
that's
you're
true.
not the only, see, supply and demand mismatch
That's
when
true.
it is there, when there's too much of supply and there's a demand is less, you got to get your attention to them.
True,
right?
true.
I didn't realize it because I was too busy in building the product.
Yeah.
So worked out, but didn't do greatly. It was not exciting me anymore. And luckily, good thing, bad thing, COVID happened. And that was the time I had to relook at stuff and say, hey, is this what I want to do for the next 5 years?
I think that was your dropping point.
Yes, it kind of pushed to make the hard decisions.
Okay.
And luckily the Gen AI wave also started kicking in at that time. So, see, entrepreneurs, we're all horizon thinkers. We have a passion, but we want a tailwind that is pushing some things. So the e-commerce came because internet came, and the mobile kind of a technology came. Software came because internet came. So like that, for us, for this generation of startups, Gen AI and AI is a thing that is, I was like, okay, this if I don't pick it, this is a gold rush. And I want to solve it.
But I wanted to get into that point when you were going through a down.
Yeah.
People always get criticisms from the family. Oh, why you left the job, or why you invested so much. How you go through that and how you came out. That's the journey is more.
It's not easy.
Pushing that journey is a big victory, actually.
Oh yes, it's not easy, but see, it's not the family per se. It's a societal pressure that the family goes through.
Yeah.
Because here, startup failure is a people failure. It's not a company failure.
Yeah.
So for us, it's like an experiment. The culture that I am, at least my career is built up in a Google kind of a culture in US. It's like you fail to learn and you fail fast to learn fast to apply.
Yes.
But here you don't get that kind of a cycles.
True.
Right?
Dealing of failures is not right in India.
It's not, and it's an ecosystem thing as well. But luckily, at least for me, my family was my rock solid support.
That's
For me,
good.
that was no doubts about it. If they were not supporting, I wouldn't have even doing what I'm doing from that point. But unfortunate or fortunate, the pressure from their society comes and kicks them.
Yes.
And they ensured that they did a very good job in guarding that.
Yes.
We believe in you, just
I
go.
think all the businessmen or the big stories go through their background
Has to.
only.
Or
They
else-
have to push and come out.
Or else the plot doesn't thicken.
Yes.
The story में plot नहीं होता. There should be a conflict, no?
Yes,
So
true.
this is the so most of the time we think that the conflict is in making it successful. No, the conflict is in handling your personal life, balancing your personal life while you're trying to do something new in your 8 hours. Because everybody is used to comfortable lives, right? The moment you're a software, your beginning salary is equal to your dad's current salary.
Yeah. Starting
salary, right? There's a very big delta there from a time gap, and it kind of disrupts.
Yeah, true.
But now it's changing. Definitely it's changing because there are examples now, right? There's unicorns that are happening. And of course, in a bad way also, there are bad examples also that's taking high risk and high reward and messing the whole culture and the setup. But now it is being appreciated that, hey, at least they know. They know that, hey, if it does well, it does well.
Yes.
And these guys are not doing it just for money, they're doing it for passion.
Yes.
So what I love about that in the next gen, the current generation of startup, when I say current generation, just because I've been 10 years in the startup, it's my second startup. So when I look at a young kid who's just starting, I'm super happy that culturally also there is an alignment where it's okay, take your 2-3 years, do it and come back. Second, technology and all is also working out well. India economy as an economy is doing well. Consumers in India as an economy are spending way more money than what they could. So it's a good ecosystem to build something and solve the problem. So that's how it all happened. Now, the second startup that I wanted to start, like, hey, what do I solve now? We're all problem solvers. Entrepreneurship is not about building a product and taking the bit. It's about solving a problem. And you should be deeply connected to that. Because that is the only thing that gives you the drive to show up every day. You need to show up every day. Doesn't matter. Every day we know something or the other is going to happen.
Yeah.
We don't know what it is, but we know something is going to happen. But you have to show up. So luckily for me, it was like, okay, I just did my introspection. Why did I fail in my previous company? It's
Learning
not because
experience.
yes, it's not because I didn't build well. I couldn't sell well.
Sell well.
Then I said, so many 95% of startups fail in like 5 years. Every 5 years, 95% of startups fail. So now one of the reasons is they're not able to sell. They have a product, they couldn't sell. So I said, okay, wait, this is the problem that I want. The next Kiran should not face this. So that's how Rava as a thing got into a concept.
I want Rava. The company name is Rava. Why? What's the meaning?
Rava in Sanskrit, it means inner voice. So for us in Rava, everybody has an inner voice. Everybody has a voice. But by the time it comes out, you don't communicate the way it should be communicated. That's why the influence doesn't happen as much as it should. And Rava for us is like, hey, even your product needs a voice for it to go into the market. Can I help you while you're busy building the product? Can Rava help you in messaging the product to the world, in taking the voice to the world, so at least the other side, the consumers listen to you?
True.
So that's what Rava